Hello all, and welcome to Clockwise. So what is Clockwise? Well, let's have a little look, shall we? First up is this most cumbersome option system I've ever seen. You sort of look at it and press the resolution that you want. Yes, it's all free look. So that's the other options we get, shall we? I mean, it's an interesting idea. I'm not saying it's good to see some innovation, but I'd rather the innovation in the game. And what was wrong with the old? I mean, let's try to get my sensitivity right there. It's quite guessing where I'm going with it. Innovation in the menu system isn't really needed, so I'm going to go with that because that seems to be all we get. So let's just play. So yes, not the best in the world there. Of course, what horror game would be the same without, pick up and throw things? No crouch, no jump, no sprint. Obviously there's a key around here. Even that is, even when that sensitivity turned down, this is still quite. I'm so supposed to find something in here then. Oh, it's on the wall. Oh, wow, that's something actually quite logical in a horror game. Can we play with the lights? No. So I take it that was our tutorial. Well, we only have one key to use anything on, which is E. Backspace? No. Shift. Tab. Oh, right, yeah, okay then. No. How do we go back to the game then? Okay, can't quite figure this. Oh, hang on. There, what am I doing? Left clicking. My fault. Alright, so now we've got ourselves, as I say, just that's a very cumbersome system. So graphically it's not too bad. In the grand scheme of things, I mean, it's not Unreal 4 engine. It is Unreal Technology, UDK, which is of course their sort of freebie version. I don't know why I keep left clicking. I suppose it's because I've just been playing Outlast 2 recently. It's kind of a. Any notes to read, lights to things. So yes, it's the UDK engine, not Unreal 4. Is that a window, or is that supposed to be a mirror? That explains why we don't have a reflection. Open these drawers. No. So yes, even though it's not the latest and greatest Unreal 4 engine, it's some choppy. Don't know if that came out in the video. That was a real stuttery drop on my frames. So yes, even though it's not the latest and greatest technology, it's still pretty decent looking. UDK obviously has always been fairly. Still can't turn on lights or anything. Wow, yeah, there's some real graphical performance issues going on here. Don't know whether it's maybe the video recording software, but locked. Right, so we've got to find a key somewhere, obviously, or perform a puzzle. It says there's puzzle, psychological horror elements within this game, so let's hope we find some soon. Is there significance to this? But Let's tell us something about these bits, is it? Yeah, I should turn down that mouse sensitivity a bit more. Okay, is it here trying to show us something? I have no idea at this moment in time. If we open these drawers, maybe we can see it's something in... I'm assuming there must be some sort of significance to this. Apparently no way to crouch or anything. Wasad seems to move us. E is the only key that interacts with anything. Don't appear to have a flashlight or anything along those lines, so, Well, at least not yet. I'm sure as it's a horror game, it'll probably get presented to us at some point. Just wondering if it's... I suppose it does say it's supposed to be strong puzzle elements in there. I mean, I'm not against a puzzle game, not at all. I don't mind putting a few brain cells I've got left through, giving them a good thrashing now and again. Aha! Does that mean we can get it now? Haha! Success! It's going to be a little bit more than a key finding simulator there. And as you see, audio is very sparse so far. What's this? Multiple choices. Ooh, riddle puzzles from Batman. So yeah, it's nice looking. So I really wish I'd turn down that mouse sensitivity a bit more, but I don't fancy it. I don't fancy a second round with that menu system, which is very cumbersome indeed. Oh, well, perhaps we can come back to it later. I suppose it's not terrible on the atmospherics. These sounds, they're not obviously I suppose it's better than just having a constant loop jarring over and over like a lot of these cheapo horror games on Steam do. Because this is only it's just released and it's £2.50 something, is it? I've literally just bought it and I've forgotten what I've just paid for it. It's not expensive. It's less than £3. What is that? Oh, that was clever. I thought it was just some sort of fogging. Right, so we can't go down there just yet. Where can we go then? Yeah, there's a strangely evocative atmosphere at the moment. Press R to reset objects. So what do we throw that in there? Just pick that up. So let's. Oh, I get it. We've got to find a path. Well, you know that one is a bit silly to... Let's reset and let's have a better go at this. Let's see. So I take it we can probably go over to there, so let's try that. We can't go that way. Right, so let's try... Right, we can go that way. Let's have another. Yeah, that graphical performance is a bit irritating. So we can go that way. So let's pick you up. Go that way. I'm going to assume we could go onto the door itself. Oh, we're rocking this up. No problems. So yeah, it's quite intriguing. Where we just come from, or is this Yeah, this is quite novel and interesting game actually so far. It's not screaming horror, at least it hasn't tried to do too many jump scares, your little stab of sounds here and there. Just that compass of menu, as you saw, the limited options. So it seems to be no key binding. Well, key binding, there's not a lot of keys here to rebind. As you know, if you've seen any other videos on my channel, you know it's one of my slightly annoyances is this complete lack of options we have these days. I mean, it's just little things like, being able to crouch and peek, sprint. Was it such a bad thing when we had those extra controls in games? Even if you rarely used them. Then this is is that a lighting element or is that a clue? See, just there, just to crouch down and look at it, just adds the little extra immersion. And if I wanted to pick that book up, say, don't seem to be able to pick it up anyway. So that was a bad example. But it'd be nice just to be able to crouch down, pick things up, jump to try and look at things like that. Alright, it would have probably, that key puzzle would have been a lot easier. I could have just glanced at it, but is that supposed to be a power socket, I think? Aha. So basically I think you just had to walk the geometric shape. So yes, Clockwise, it's more puzzle than, at the time it's actually a mirror, isn't it? So we don't have a reflection. So it's sort of a psychological puzzler more than I'd call it, really, more than horror. But it's nice looking, if it's a bit samey. New decor wouldn't have hurt the game, would it really? Let's be honest. So changing decor, it might do later on perhaps. But but he's I said the game's sub £3. What is here? It's good looking. The menu is, well, yeah, you saw it for yourself. Interesting idea. Perhaps leave that for another time though, developer dude. Put the development into the game. But at least it shows some imagination. Oh, hello. Right, clock puzzle. I think we'll probably conclude our dealings here anyway. Yeah, we'll probably conclude our dealings at this point. So it's definitely intriguing. I don't think it's going to be a very long game either, sub £3. So, but it's nice to done what is here. This is actually better than your usual Unity asset flips or the awful FPSC created games that you get a lot in this price bracket. So yeah, it's not going to be game of the year, but if you're in the mood for some puzzling elements with some decent atmosphere, nice visuals, low cost, very limited options, and a slightly puzzling intro screen, this is definitely one you might want to consider checking out. So anyway, all, thank you very much for watching. It's always a pleasure, and I hope you find it so as well. I suppose you must be if you've watched this for free. If not, you may be just a sucker for punishment like I am. But yes, so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to let me know you're alive. And I shall see you all next time. Bye now.